None of us are meant to be perfect. We are meant to have the human experience of imperfection. And those of you who listened to the last episode where my cat came in and started causing a ruckus, he is back. He is not normally this crazy. And again, those of you in the video, his tail was just wagging back and forth. But you know what? It's not about keeping perfect attention. None of this is about perfection. Life is about having experiences, learning through the experiences, and coming out the other side a different person. Welcome to Embodying You, a podcast of spiritual exploration where nothing is off limits. You'll hear raw, behind-the-scenes stories from people awakening to their soul's path and how they became the healers, mystics, and intuitives they are today. You'll also experience real-time intuitive sessions and healings where struggles transform into breakthroughs that you can bring into your own life. Along the way, you just might recognize yourself in the stories shared. This is Embodying You. Hello, and welcome to this week's podcast. Those of you in the video, my cat is cleaning his tail. You can see a little foot in the video. Okay. This is going to be a short podcast, I think, anyway, because this is my fourth time to start. And so I'm just going to keep it so simple because perfectionism is coming in for me. And that is something I will clear and I'll work on. I'm clearing a little bit of it right now. And self-judgment. Some of the things that I have to work through in order to do what I know my soul is here to do. I've known for years that my soul wants to speak publicly. My soul wants to have a podcast. I cannot tell you all of the ways this has come to me. It has, it's come to me in a lot of different ways, whether it's through my own channeling or it's through a group of people on a group coaching call saying, oh my gosh, I would listen to your podcast because I just love to tell stories. And so I just want to talk about the ways that we hold ourselves back by trying to be perfect when we are not meant to be perfect. None of us are. None of us are meant to be perfect. We are meant to have the human experience of imperfection. And those of you who listened to the last episode where my cat came in and started causing a ruckus, he is back. He is not normally this crazy. And again, those of you in the video, his tail was just wagging back and forth. And but you know what? Again, it's not about keeping perfect attention. Oh my gosh, he just turned the caps lock on with his tail. Okay, I moved my keyboard. Yes, none of this is about perfection. None of this is about perfection. Life is about having experiences, learning through the experiences, and coming out the other side a different person. If we choose not to learn from past experiences, what's going to happen? They're going to repeat. And so one of the things that's coming through really, really strong that I really want you to know is that insecurities are just trapped emotions, beliefs, trauma, whether it's from this lifetime or past lifetime, coming up to be cycled through. Not to continue the cycle, but to be cycled through, meaning we look at what feeling is coming up and we see how we can release it. You may have your own practices of releasing emotions or trauma. Maybe you do inner child work. Maybe you do shadow. Maybe you do meditations. Maybe you do it through journaling or through yoga or through singing, whether it's singing in the car or singing in front of people. The key is just allowing the feelings to come up, trying your best not to make them wrong. Easier said than done. I've been doing the work that I do, which is helping people release, and myself first and foremost, because I would not be where I am without the work that I do. But helping people release emotions and traumas and helping them rewrite past lifetimes and helping them cut energetic cords that are very unhealthy for them, helping them let go of things that they haven't seemed to have been able to let go of. I would not be where I am if I hadn't been doing this energy work on myself to clear whole belief systems that were holding me back. I mean, right now, it feels like chaos in my eyesight because my cat's tail is still going crazy. So you know what? This is also part of the experience. And again, if you haven't listened to the last episode, it's the last person that asks a question. It's a live intuitive hot seat. People come on, they ask a question, and I answer intuitively. And then I do energy work, do a little bit of energy work. And my cat came in the very last one, which was about intuition. She was feeling like she wasn't very intuitive. She wasn't getting her intuition right. And that was a really, really cool segment. But my cat came in the moment her session started, the moment her section started of the podcast. And he didn't stop until I channeled the message. So let's just do it. Let's see because everything is talking to us, whether it's a plant, an animal, a human, the numbers on license plates that we see. It's all talking to us. So let's see what my perceived chaos of this moment and my cat coming in and his incessant tail. Let's see what this is about. Movement. If you are not moving, you are stale, you are stagnant. If you are not moving, you are stale, you are stagnant. Now, do we mean, by the way, I'm channeling. For those of you who don't know, who aren't familiar, just right into channeling. I thought it would just be messages that come through, but nope, we're channeling. Okay. We are not talking about movement in the physical movement, like you have to go do. There are so many of you in society who are just always doing. You're always making to-do lists and getting them complete. And if you don't complete them, you feel like a failure. And if you do complete them, you feel like you're winning. That is not what life is about. Life is just as much about being in the body, being in the present moment as it is doing life. It is just as much about moving the energy in your body, moving it up and out, as it is about taking the physical action. But do know it is both. It is both. It's not just doing the energetic movement of clearing trauma, clearing past lives, clearing. It's not just about that. It is also about taking physical action. But how many of you take copious amounts of physical action, but the internal, you just don't know how much easier life would be if you were releasing the internal, if you were looking at the message, the feeling in the body behind always needing to be moving. I've got to clean this. I've got to clean that. I've got to make sure I go over here and do that. I am not a good person if I don't complete this task. And we know that some of you are saying, I'm not a good person if I don't complete this task, but really look at how you talk to yourselves when you don't do as you wish you would have done. How do you speak to yourself? And so when you speak to yourself in ways that's not kind, know that is also energy coming to be moved out. So life is a combination of the energetic work and taking the physical action. And as we say this, we know that there are some of you that are only doing one or only doing the other. And this is something that, coming back to myself here, this is something that I have had a lot of experience with, because I genuinely thought that I could simply do the energetic work and everything would happen. I thought when I opened the doors to my business that magically everyone would flutter in or fly in or whatever you want to call it and book with me, and I'd be booked full up. And I had other people that had had sessions with me think that too. Like, oh my gosh, you're about to get really busy. And I just was like, okay, I open the doors and magically they'll come. And yes, I did have some people come in magically. It was really, really cool. But it wasn't until I started understanding and realizing, oh, wait, I need to take physical action too. I need to, for instance, build the website. I need to create a page so people know how to book with me. I need to maybe email every now and then, just those different things. And really bet on myself that things started to shift, And so they're bringing me back to insecurities. And the insecurities that I had that made this be the fourth episode, the fourth misspeaking, letting go of perfection. Because don't think for a second that I didn't want to just reach over and stop it again. But I'm not going to. I'm going to let this be whatever it needs to be. I'm going to let this be chaotic if it feels chaotic to you. I'm going to let it really feel imperfect. And if any of those things do trigger you or bring up emotions, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so perfect. Because when they're brought up, you can let them go. And the cool thing is, as time goes on, those things will bother you less and less and less. I truly don't even know if I have completed a circle here. But my guides are saying, okay, wrap it up. So I will ask them how to wrap this up. In case you're wondering, my cat's tail is more calm, but he's still waving it. Okay, they're telling me to tie the bow on the present. What is it you are wanting me to share with those listening? Really, the message is just to let go as you can, as you will, of the need to be perfect, to let go of the need to be like everybody else, to look like everybody else, to speak like everybody else. Do you want the lives of those around you who you feel might judge you for you being authentically yourself? If you were to start really sharing your truth and how you feel about things, how you feel about lives, about your life, how excited you are at the 10th owl sign that you've gotten, right? Do you actually want the lives of the people that you're fearing will judge you? That's something I had to really ask myself as I was really starting to bring my intuitive and energy healing business to life. Is, do I actually want the lives of the people that I fear will judge me? And while some of them have some aspects that, sure, I wouldn't mind those aspects, for the most part, I wouldn't. And there is a specific example wanting to be given. So even though, like most of us do, I have a lot of really lovely people who I love, like really love, people I'm really close to, who are religious. Religion just doesn't resonate with me. It's not my soul's path. However, it's theirs, or else they wouldn't be on the religious path. And so a lot of what I feared was that the religious people around me, whether it was my family or my best friend, that they would judge me, maybe not want to be my friend anymore, maybe try to talk me out of it, out of what I know is truth, out of the thing that those of you on the spiritual journey, like the non-mainstream, non-religious spiritual journey, know what I mean. That when you start to really see the magic of the universe, when you start to really feel the messages that are coming through for you, the intuitive messages that are meant to be followed over Uncle Joe over here, who isn't living the life that you would want to live, like why listen to that? Why not allow your life to be truly magical? Why not allow your life to be truly magical and different and unique and ground into true love for the journey that you're on? For the journey that you're on. I remember years ago when I started asking for signs and I started to get them. And I would get so excited. I thought it was so cool. I still get really, really excited when I get signs and synchronicities. I don't think that'll ever go away. But even just that aspect, would I rather be someone who, the word cynical wants to come in. Would I rather be someone who doesn't believe in those who thinks they are coincidences? Or would I rather be someone who believes that the universe, God, is speaking directly to me? And by the way, these are two separate things. There's some of the beliefs in religion that I don't resonate with, right? So I don't want personally that life, right? I don't want to feel like I'm being judged, like I might go to hell if I make a mistake or something like that. And that's just, a little snippet of some of what I have personally seen. But then I've also seen the other side of religion, and even my mom, who is so supportive of me, where they know that at the base, God is love. God is love. So it's really just the more judgmental aspects of religion that I'm speaking of right now. And I want to stop this recording. I don't know. I'm just like, things are just coming out of my mouth. I'm just going to trust it. So that is different from what I'm talking about right now. Because, my mom, for example, who's religious, she loves signs. She loves getting signs from God. So this other aspect is just the people in the world who have just learned to be more cynical and view everything as a coincidence and as totally random and happening to them instead of for them. And I was there. I mean, most of us have been there unless we grew up in a house that was very spiritually open and already knew that everything that happens in this world happens for us and is just happening so that we can get closer and closer and closer to our true selves and our soul's mission. Yeah. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here. I don't know if this will be posted. I don't know if I'll post it, but if I do, you're welcome. For all this randomness, for all the randomness. It just reminds me, I'm a 1-3 in human design. I'm a manifesting generator and I'm emotional authority. There's so much room in there for trying shit out. Just trying shit out. Okay, what does it look like if I just sit here? And I told myself, I'm just going to record for 10 minutes. Well, I'm at 20 minutes now, almost. And that's also me. I can talk for a long time. But yeah, we'll see if this goes on the podcast. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. If this goes on the podcast, and if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed this crazy, chaotic episode, please subscribe. If you haven't already, please write a review. Please share it, whatever you want to do. And until next time, I'm sending you so much love. Bye. If this episode spoke to you, please subscribe and leave a review so others can find this show too. Your support helps this community grow and brings more voices into the conversation. Plus, I would love to hear your biggest takeaway. Thank you so much.